Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Emo Speedway presented by the Borderland Racing Association. And thank you to each and every one of you on our CoolDown.tv pay-per-view. And we're really happy to have you on board tonight at the Emo Speedway. So we just finished up with some hot laps in our three classes of Emo Street Stocks, Wissota Midwest Modifieds and Wissota Modifieds. And we're going to get started right away here with heat number 1 in the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Want to thank all our sponsors for tonight, including the Rainbow Motel, Chassachuk Enterprises, Harold McQuaker Enterprises, Green's Barbecue Bar, Strand Trucking, and Kuwaitan Truck Service, just some of the few that have helped with both the payout as well as supporting the Emo Speedway for the first race of 2020. This is basically day number 2 for CoolDown.tv pay-per-view, and we thank you once again for supporting the CoolDown.tv productions and of course supporting the Emo Speedway. Yesterday was the first day at Lake of the Woods Speedway, and many of the drivers that ran yesterday are running tonight in Emo. Paul Veert was your winner in the Wissota Midwest Modifieds on a last lap pass, going 3 wide with Austin Hunter and Brandon Rehill. Was quite the finish there, and he is here tonight, all 3 of them back again tonight to duke it out on the high banks of Emo Speedway. Our lineup for tonight, we're going to have Wissota Midwest Modifieds are going to start out. We're going to have the Street Stocks after that, and then the Wissota Modifieds, and then we'll go into our B main. We're going to have 18 cars are going to transfer into the A main. We have a total of 23. I think we have had a late drop of 1 car, so we'll have 22 in our 4 heat races in the Midwest Modifieds. We're going to take the top 4 from each heat, and then we will take the top 2 in the B main and then have an intermission after that. But we're going to go through the lineup here for Wissota Midwest Modified heat number 1. On the inside is the number 16 of Brendan Lashinsky. On the outside is the number 14 of Edward Bell. On the second row inside is the number 19 of Bob Gadet. On the outside is the number 621 in the starting position of number 4 of Colin Chassachuk. And on the back row inside we have the 10D of Patrick Davis out of Sioux Lookout, and the number 44 of Austin Hunter starting at the back. Looks like we're waiting for, oh, here comes the 621 right now. This is heat number 1 of the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. And Brendan Lashinsky, who ran in Kenora yesterday, as well as Edward Bell on the front row of this heat number 1. If you don't happen to have the My Race Pass app on your phone, please sure to check it out and download it. You can see all our lineups for tonight's races and all the entries, including where our drivers are from. So Chassachuk's going to get into position here. Flagman's going to take a quick look. And it looks like we're going to go green this time around. Green flag. 4 wide on the front stretch. Not a lot of room there. Hunter down onto the inside. Gadet with the early lead in turn 1 and 2. And we're going to restart them. Looks like we've got a couple cones out of turn number 4. Looks like that's about the start zone. Looks like they're going to sort out this restart. Brendan Lashinsky looked like he didn't go, and everyone else kind of went. And of course, the leader should be starting this race. And the number 19 is going to have to fall back in line on that back row. "22 Midwest Mods lined up in 4 heat races. Top 4 transfer with 4 heaters. Top 2 will go into the redraw for opening night, the drivers in the top 2 of each heat race are going to redraw their positions. And the top 4 will transfer into the A main. Everybody else is going to go to the B main, which we will have just before intermission. And the 19 is going to get that second row spot back. And we've got the 1 to green signal. For Brendan Lashinsky and Edward Bell. And that is not looking... Lashinsky out. We got a bit of a pileup for second, third, and fourth. Chasachuk's going to take advantage of that into second position. There comes Pat Davis at the bottom in third. Lashinsky in first, Chasachuk in second. We'll see if he's got some time to be able to catch up to the leader. Hunter to the outside of Patrick Davis. Hunter now clears Davis. Ed Bell has now fallen to the back after starting on the front. Now Hunter's got a little bit of a clear run here, see if he can catch up to the leaders. The 6-2-1 at Chasachuk is now closing into a car length of the number 16 of Brendan Lashinsky. He's going to try to make a move on the bottom. Both cars slow to the bottom of the track. Lashinsky slides up, and Chasachuk's right on the back of him now. It's Lashinsky and Chasachuk. Then Hunter and Davis in your top forward transfer. Oh, we got a little bit of contact with the 19 and the 14. Looks like we got something hanging off the back of the 14, but all the action's in the front. 16 and the 6-2-1 battling out for heat number 1. Chasachuk right on that back bumper. He's going to have to make another move here. He's going to try to stay underneath. Can't gain enough. The rest of the field is spread out. Here comes Chasachuk again on the inside. Chasachuk on the inside, 16 on the outside. Third and fourth have a lot of gap between each other, but still action. 2 to go. 2 to go for the number 16 and the 6-2-1. Bit of a slide up for the 16 out of turn 2. Chasachuk's half a car behind the leader. Coming up to the white flag. They are side by side crossing the start-finish line with 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go for the 6-2-1 and 6-2 of Brendan Lashinsky. We got the 19 off on the backstretch. He's out of the way. Chasachuk on the backstretch is going to probably take this heat win, being able to just grind his way, and that's our heat number 1 winner, Colin Chasachuk. Second place to the number 16 of Brendan Lashinsky. Austin Hunter third, and the last transfer spot going to the number 10 of Patrick Davis. Patrick Davis probably a sigh of relief for the number 10, as he had to go to the B main yesterday and getting a flat tire 2 laps into the B main yesterday, is now going to transfer into the A main directly. So a much better night for Patrick Davis in the top 4, but what a race for the number 6-2-1 and the 16 of Brendan Lashinsky. Putting on a good show there for heat number 2. That bodes well for the next 3 heats that we have in the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. They're going to line up onto the track here right away, and let's take a look at that lineup. Heat number 2, we have the number 08 of Frank Veert, who was in Kenora yesterday. Cody Oschuk on the outside front row. In the second row inside, we have the number 17 of Christopher Leake. On the outside of him is the number 33C of Cole Chernosky. And on the back row, we have the number 88 of Paul Veert and the number 3H out of Kenora of Keelan Hall. So 6 cars going to go into heat number 2 here in the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. And the number 08 of Frank Veert's going to try to fend him off. Top 4, once again, transfer into the A main. Top 2 will do their redraw. Everyone else to the B main. Thank you once again for being a part of the CoolDown.tv pay-per-view. We hope you've enjoyed what we've had to offer so far yesterday and starting out tonight. And if you'd like to see more of this, check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/CoolDownProductions. And you can find out all the news updates. Here we go, 6 cars with Soda Midwest Modifieds. We're going to go green here right now. Oschuk in the early lead coming out of turn number 2. Still bunched up quite a bit here, but here comes Veert, Frank Veert at the front. Chernosky to the inside of Oschuk. Frank Veert leading lap number 1. Chernosky in second. And a battle for first and second, third and fourth here. Chernosky to the inside of Veert. 17 and the 14 side by side. What a battle for the lead here. Chernosky's going to take the lead over Frank Veert, but Frank's going to try to come back on the inside. Chernosky, Frank Veert, and Christopher Leak, your top 3. Paul Veert, yesterday's winner, in that 4th transfer spot. We'll see if 3rd and 4th can gain ground on 1st and 2nd. Paul Veert out of the inside of the 17 of Leak. Veert's going to move into 3rd. We got Chernosky, Frank Veert, and Paul Veert. And Christopher Leak, that's your top 5, or top 4. Cody Oschuk and Keelan Hall rounding out the 6 cars. Chernosky, quite a lead now. Both Veerts fighting it out for 2nd and 3rd. There are the top 2 redraw. So the top 2 redraw, that's 8 cars that will redraw. And they'll line up after that point. Chernosky with lots of speed, pulling away from this field. While 2nd, 3rd, and 4th have bunched up significantly. We're going to come up to 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for the number 33 of Cole Chernosky. Frank Veert and Paul Veert 2nd and 3rd with the 17 right in behind. Looks like right now that's the way they're going to finish. Chernosky's going to come around turn number 4, and he's going to take heat number 2 as your winner. Frank Veert in 2nd, Paul Veert 3rd. 17 of Christopher Leak in 4th, and the number 14C and the 3H will be going to the B main. B main for the 14 and the 3C. Here's your winner. Chernosky's got it. Veert, and Leak. Not much change after the first 3 or 4 laps. Veert, who started on the back row, able to get into that top 3 position, just out of the draw for the feature. Moving along here, we're going to move into heat number 3 of the Soda Midwest Modifieds. So Murray Cozy's planned to be on the inside of the front row. On the outside is the number 3 of Jason Somack. The 2nd row is the number 10T of Tom Morso, first time at this track. Number 23 of Carter Kinnear on the outside, 2nd row. And at the back we have the number 8 of Tom Coulter and the 4B of Brandon Rehill, who finished 2nd yesterday night. So Murray Cozy was unable to make the trip today, even after running yesterday. Emergency situation, maybe something happened, but we're going to get them lined up now. We're going to have 5 cars in this heat race, with the 3 of Jason Somac's going to be on the front row with Carter Kinnear on that outside. Here we go. We're going to go green flag, or heat number 3 of the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Carter Kinnear over the top at turn number 2. Looks like he's going to keep it going based on the dust trail over the top. And here's the battle for the lead. Somac and Rehill. Oh, the yellow is out. Yellow's out. Looks like Kinnear's going to pull off, and we're going to restart on the top 4. Good news for heat. Oh, here comes Kinnear back onto the track. Probably be original restart here. We'll find out if we got 1 lap in or not as we line them back up. We'll have 1 more heat of Wissota Midwest Modifieds, and then we're going to head into the Emo Street Stocks. Double file restart here with Somac and Rehill. Tom Morso. Tom Morso's first time. I think it might be Somac's first time at this track as well. Figured they'd make the trip down here after being in Kenora. Not a lot of racetracks open right now, so take advantage of those tracks that do operate. And we're going to go green flag this time round. Here we go. Almost a 3-wide battle going into turn number 1 with the 310 and 4. 3 wide coming out of turn 2. Might be 3 wide going into 3. No, there's a few here that decided to not chance it. Somac's going to lead lap number 1. Rehill and Somac battling it out side by side into turn 3 and 4. Rehill with the lead now. Morso's working his way on the number 3 of Somac. Rehill's now pulled away in the lead here, barring any mistakes. He's got a good shot of winning this heat race. Somac in second, but the number 10T could challenge for that. New car for the 10T of Tom Morso. Figuring out how this car operates, quite a bit different from his previous car. And of course, being at this track for the first time, both those drivers inexperienced at this track. Going to take a few laps under the belt in order to figure out how this track works. Rehill passing the lap car of Carter Kinnear. Rehill in first. Somac and Morso catching up to Kinnear to lap him. Rehill's got this one sealed up. As he laps the 5th place car. Or the 4th place car. 2 to go for the number 4B of Brandon Rehill. Somac in second. Morso in third. One to go for Rehill now. A lot of separation amongst all these cars. And Rehill just high flying is going to be your heat number 3 winner in the Wissota Midwest Modified. Somac's going to take second place. Tom Morso third. With the, I think the 8 and 4th and the 23. And Carter spun it out on the cool down lap. We're going to move quickly into heat number 4, as we have the number 99 on the inside front row of Jeff Davis. On the outside, the number 59X of James Lambert. Inside second row, the number 3D of David Simpson. On the outside second row is the number 8R of Sean Roy. And at the back is the number 88 of Tanner Williamson. Top 4 transfer. Everyone else to the B main. So our last heat number 4, the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. And it looks like James is running the 60X on the side of the car, so everyone's aware. Just waiting for one more car. Waiting on the number 8R of Sean Roy. I know Sean is here because we went by him on the way down from Kenora, so definitely made the trip. Maybe some problems. Green flag. With Sean Roy not starting this, he's going to go straight to the B main. So these top 4 are going to transfer into the feature. The top 2 are going to redraw. What a battle here with Lambert and Simpson. And Williamson fighting along here as well. Williamson in the second spot. But it's Simpson in the lead. Williamson in second. Lambert in third. And the number 99 in fourth. Williamson gunning it into turn number 3. You're going to try to gain a little bit of time. Corners are very different. A lot of grip in 3 and 4 and very slick in 1 and 2. And Simpson's looking good. Simpson yesterday had a transmission problem in high gear, but I think they got it sorted out. And he's looking really good here. From Thunder Bay. Williamson not able to gain enough on the straightaway, but holding pretty well in the corners. Lambert has fallen back significantly. It's really a battle for the top 2 for the win of this heat race. And it's still Simpson, Williamson, and Lambert. 99 has pulled off the track. We got 3 cars left out here. Williamson just trying any spot on the track to gain a little bit of momentum, but Simpson has now pulled away to about a 5-car length lead. It's not going to be enough. Williamson just doesn't seem to have enough coming out of turn 2. But driving hard into turn number 3. 1 lap to go. Pretty steady distance between the 2. But Simpson got pretty slow there, pushed up a little bit. And Williamson gains enough. Is it going to be enough in turn number 3 and 4? He's going to try to drive right down there. And it's not going to be enough. The number 3D of David Simpson is going to be your winner. Williamson in the 88. And James Lambert in third. Your winner the number 3D of David Simpson. We're going to move on to the Emo Street Stocks. Emo Street Stocks heat number 1 lineup. Coming onto the track now, we have the number 55 of Tyler Wilson. On the outside front row, we have the number 54X of Dean Keller / Sierra Happy. Not too sure who's in that car. On the second row, we have Owen Anderson in the 56. On the outside is the number 2C of Greg Smith out of Kenora. And I believe this is a last-minute scratch of the 28 of Doug Derendorf, last-minute scratch. So we're going to have 4 cars in this heat race of Emo Street Stocks. Green flag is out for heat number 1. Tyler Wilson to the early lead. Owen Anderson in second. And Dean Keller in third. Anderson a little bit squirrely and on the backstretch. It's all Tyler Wilson. Tyler Wilson looking good in that yellow and red car. Tyler Wilson's been looking good in his street stock for a long time. A lot of years of experience. He used to run Wissota Midwest Modified for several years. Won a few races in that. I went back to street stock and has just been a consistent driver. Has won a few point championships and a really great guy to talk to and a great sportsman week in and week out. Multiple Emo Fall Fair wins and Ray Memorial Championship wins. So good to see Tyler Wilson out there once again driving that street stock. Looking really good out there. 56, Owen Anderson started in second, running second. Cars are spread out across the racetrack. I believe this is Greg Smith's first time out. He also has a Wissota Midwest Modified. Ran the Pure Stock yesterday, had a lot of fun, and he's out here again tonight. But it's all Tyler Wilson. That beautiful looking street stock. He's going to catch up to the third place car here pretty quick of Greg Smith. Tyler Wilson, Owen Anderson, Dean Keller, and Greg Smith. Your top 4, only 4 cars on the track as Wilson's going to catch up to the back of these cars. We got 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go for the number 55 of Tyler Wilson. There we go, Tyler Wilson catching up to the 2C there. He's going to be your heat race number 1 winner, with Owen Anderson in second spot, Dean Keller third, and Greg Smith is going to cross the finish line in 4th position. Heat number 2, we got 5 street stocks. In heat number 2, we have the number 3X of Jesse Thompson. On the outside front row, the 96 of Darren Wolfram. Second row inside, we have the number 2T of Derek Pollock. I think this is Derek Pollock's first race at Emo Speedway in about 15 years. Good to see Derek Pollock back at the Emo Speedway. Gary Felius was your Wissota Pure Stock winner yesterday, and he'll be racing in the Emo Street Stocks tonight. And Andrew Pilo in the number 24. From Honolulu. I don't know how to pronounce stuff that's outside of Thunder Bay. And I know there's lots of Thunder Bay people watching, so I apologize. All right, here we go. Emo Street Stocks, heat number 2, green flag. It's Thompson and Wolfram at the front. Pollock fighting for third position with Gary Felius. Thompson with the lead after the first lap. Track's probably changed a lot for Derek Pollock since the last time he was here. It's a good battle for the lead, though, for the 96 and the 3X. Side by side for the lead with Thompson out of Emo and Wolfram out of Thunder Bay. Gary Felius really liking this battle up front so he can try to catch up to the field. Darren's got the lead here in the 96 now. Thompson to the inside. Thompson to the inside. He's going to try the same move that the 96 did. Now everyone's going to transfer into the A main for this class for the street stocks. Ooh, the 3 had to slow up to avoid hitting the 96. Still a little bit of a challenge here, but they're starting to separate a little bit for the top 2. Top 4 will redraw with these 2 heats. Thompson's going to try whatever he can to get around this 96. He's gained quite a bit in 1 and 2, but he slides up the track and he's going to lose about a car length on the backstretch. 96 pushes a little bit harder into 3 and 4, which is going to give Thompson a little bit of an advantage here. 2 laps to go. Thompson has a shot at this if he's able to make a move at the right time. Look at this. There's going to be a challenge here on the last lap. I think Thompson's going to give it a run. He's going to give it a run on the high side coming into 3 as the 96 pushes up, but he just can't gain enough. 1 lap to go. We're on the white flag for the 96 and 3. I don't know if it's going to be enough. No, the 3 sliding up coming out of turn number 2 is not going to be enough. 96 gains a ton of space. Checkered flag is going to be for the 96 of Darren Wolfram. Jesse Thompson is going to be second. Gary Felius in third. All right, on to our Wissota Modifieds. 2 heat races of Wissota Modifieds. Your lineup for heat number 1 coming right up. it looks like we have Brody Strand's going to start us on the front row. Brady Call in the 50. Tony Casey in the 12. Gavin Paul in the 16. Brandon Pelvis in the 12. And Race Westover, first year in a Wissota Modified, starting tail back. We already have Brody Strand in the lead. The 50 of Brady Call and Gavin Paul's in third. Strand, your early leader. Brady Call in second. Gavin Paul in third. Pelobitz in fourth. Battle at the back with the 15 and the 12 of Tony Casey and Race Westover. Comes Call on the inside. Can't hold it down there enough. Comes Call again on the inside. Inside on Strand. Two really sharp-looking race cars. Brody Strand used to be a Wissota Midwest Modified driver. Went to Modified several years ago now. He's been racing a long time. Has been looking good in this class for a while. Side by side on the front stretch. Call's going to dive right underneath. And he's going to take the lead now as he slides in front of Brody Strand. Strand's like, what are you doing in front of me there? And now Call's pulling away. Call's got a 2-car length lead going into turn number 1. Really good job by Call on the inside. Brady Call, your leader. Strand in second now. And Gavin Paul at a distant third. Tony Casey's now moved up into fourth place after getting by Pelobitz. Car's looking fast tonight. And Strand's not really giving up on the challenge of the first place car. Pushes really hard, not going to gain any coming out of turn number 4. He's going to try the bottom, but there's nowhere near as much availability of space for the 99 as there was for the 50. The 50 is just on rails right now. We're going to go to 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for the number 50 of Brady Call. Brady Call on the backstretch, looking really good. Brady Call also used to be a Wissota Midwest Modified driver. He's been running Modified for a few years now as well. Last lap for the number 50. And Strand, something's wrong with Strand. Paul's not going to have enough to catch up to him, but here's your winner, Brady Call in the 50. Your Heat Race number 1 winner, the Wissota Modifieds 99 of Brody Strand. Gavin Paul takes third. Tony Casey fourth. Brandon Pelobitz fifth. And Race Westover in sixth. Really quick race there with those Wissota Modifieds. And we're going to move into heat number 2 for the Wissota Modifieds. Quick race there. Great pass by Brady Call on the number 99 of Brody Strand. Heat number 2 lineup, the 4JR of Cameron Brown is going to be starting on the pole position front row. On the outside is the number 14F of Blake Ferris. Inside second row is the number 22P of Kyle Gavell. And on the outside is the number 48 of Jerome Guillot from Fannistal, Manitoba. And at the back is Rick Delane in the 1R, all transferring to your feature race. Cameron Brown and Blake Ferris on the front row. A couple of young drivers on the front row and some veterans in the back. 3 cars there. Kyle Gavell's been a late model driver and modified driver for many years, so some young guns up the front and some veterans near the back. Green flag, heat number 2, Wissota Modifieds. Deep into the inside is Brown. He's going to push up a bit. Well, he's side by side with the 48. Blake Ferris, your early leader, as he's going to cross to the start-finish line on lap number 1. Gavell having some problems with that car. He's going to round out your top 5. Brown holding the bottom line in second place, but here comes Guillot. Guillot and Delane battling it out. Brown's looking really good on the bottom. Ferris to the high side. But a little bit of a rough patch there at the bottom, slowing down the 4JR of Cameron Brown. Cameron Brown to the inside again, side by side, coming out of turn 2. Got a really good run there. He's in the early lead. Nice pass on the backstretch. Brown to the lead. Sideways is Blake Ferris. Now the 48's going to take advantage of that deal, side by side for second. Gill's now moving to second spot. Does Gill have enough time and speed to catch up to the 4? The 4 sticking to the bottom. Gill a little sideways in 3 and 4. Now battle for third. Delane's on the inside of the 14. Delane to the inside on the 14. He's going to slide up. He's going to slow down that 14. But here comes Gill, first and second. Gill on the high side, Brown on the inside. Great run by Brown making that pass on the 14. Let's see if he can hold it for the rest of this race. Gill's going to try the bottom now. Maybe he can gain a little bit of ground. Delane now solidly into third place. Gill's decides he's going to go low. JR's going to move up a little bit. JR still thinking that bottom line's going to work. And it did right there. 2 laps to go for the 4JR of Cameron Brown. Gill second. Into turn 3 and 4. Still Brown running an excellent line. In 3 and 4, we got a spinner. The 14 has spun out. And we're going to throw a caution out. Looks like we're going to restart this, probably a green-white checkered. Blake Ferris going to go to the back of this. Didn't quite see what happened there. Might have spun it out on his own. The car really started to fade towards lap 5 or 6, and it looks like a bit of a handful for the 14. We're going to go give him the 1 to go. Single file. Cameron Brown just has to hold on for a little bit longer. Gill looked really good on the outside. He moved to the inside to see if he could gain some ground, and it didn't seem to work out too well for him. Maybe on this restart he's going to make a move that might throw off the 4JR. Gill makes a move to the inside. He's not going to gain much. Delane takes to the inside, not going to gain much. Look at that, the 48's on the back bumper. He's going to dive to the inside. No, he's not. He's going to give him some space, and Delane's going to have to check up. 1 lap to go. It's almost side by side for the lead. Brown cuts in low so that he can keep the 48 off of him. Very successfully able to do that. Gains some space. And here he comes, the number 4JR of Cameron Brown, your heat race number 2 winner in the Wissota Modifieds. And the number 48 of Jerome Guillot and Rick Delane rounding out your top 3. We're going to go straight into a B main. Straight into the B main for the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Here's your lineup. We have 6 cars that are going to be fighting for the top 2 positions. Top 2 transfer out of the B main out of 6 cars. So we're going to have a battle for those top 2 positions. This is going to be a good race. We got Edward Bell, and the number 14 is going to start on the front row inside. Outside the number 19 of Bob Gaudette. Inside second row, Cody Osachuk, who finished just outside of the transfer spot, is going to be inside second row. The 3H of Keelan Hall, who finished behind him, is going to be in the fourth row outside. Carter Kinnear is going to start in the fifth position inside third row, and outside is going to be Sean Roy. Sean Roy, who missed his heat race, is going to have to challenge for the top two positions to make it into the A main. Six cars, top two. Kinnear's going to catch up to the back of the field here. And Carter Kinnear is over the top at turn number 2, but he's got it going again. We're going to give him another pace lap, or are we going to go? Yes, we are. All right, we got them lined up properly now. The 14 and the 19 are going to lead this one off. Top two are going to transfer to the A main. The other four are going to have to park it on the trailer. Should be a good race here. Nothing like a B main to get you excited. Just like the playoffs. Here we go, green flag. Everyone taking it easy into turn number 1. Your first top two, Edward Bell with the early lead. A pair of 14s at the front. There comes Sean Roy. I think this might be Sean Roy's first time at the track here as well. So fortunate deal missing the heat race, having to transfer in the top two. Carter Kinnear's over the top of turn 2 again. Poor guy just can't keep it on the track in turn 2. And the number 14 of Cody Osachuk has now got the lead. Edward Bell being challenged by Sean Roy. Sean Roy challenging for that transfer spot, the second transfer spot. Not able to gain on Bell. Carter's over the top again at turn number 2. And I think he's going to park it for the rest of the night. Not a lot of good luck for the number 23 tonight. Unfortunate deal for the 23. Your leader, Cody Osachuk. Sean Roy's up. He's going to go over top at turn 2. It's not just Carter Kinnear with that issue. He's going to fall back. He's going to go a little sideways back. Oh, onto the track, and he's going to come out in 5th place. Challenging for second, now in 5th. Fortunate deal for Sean Roy going over top of turn 2. This opens the door for, oh, now he's over the top. The 8 is over the top. The yellow is out. Sean Roy over the top of turn number 1, and we're going to get them restarted. Pair of 14s, but they've swapped positions. And Keelan Hall has a chance here. Keelan Hall has a chance here to transfer into the A main. New car for him this year. And we're going to line him back up. Looks like Sean Roy might be done. I see him, I think that's him way on the back stretch, pulling into the pit area. Something definitely going on with the 8R of Sean Roy. We're gonna go, looks like the flake man's put that flake or that light on green. I think we might be going green this time around. Let's take a look. I don't know if the 8R of Sean Roy is going to stay in that pit. Thank our sponsors once again, Rainbow Motel. And a green flag for the leader. And we got a challenge for the second transfer spot here. Let's see if Keelan Hall, the number 19, can catch up to that second transfer. A real big push by Edward Bell. That's going to allow the 3H. The 3H is going to dive on the inside. He's going to try to get that transfer spot. He's got a few laps left to do it. He's got some time. Can Keelan Hall make a move on that 14? Here he goes on the backstretch. 14 gets sideways. Here comes the 3H. 3H second transfer spot. He's going to dive in front of the 14. The 14 is going to drive back in. And the 3H is your new second transfer spot. All he's got to do is just maintain position. He gets a little high. 14's going to challenge on the inside. Oschuk's got his transfer spot. He is way out in front. Oh no, the 3H has gone sideways. A battle again for second spot. The 14 and the 3H battling it out, trying to get into this A main. Keelan Hall, Edward Bell. Bell back into the second spot. We got 2 laps to go for the 3 and the 14. What a race for second transfer spot. Keelan knows that he has to be on the bottom if he wants to have a shot at going to the A main as we come to the white flag for Cody Osachuk. Cody Oschuk's going to win this B main. Here's a push by the number 14. Here comes the 3 to the inside. The 3 to the inside of turn 3. Side by side. Here they come to the line. Who's it going to be? And it's the 14 of Edward Bell. Is going to transfer. It looks like he lost it, but he got it back. What a race in that B main for the number 14 of Ed Bell and the number 3H of Keelan Hall. Some good swapping of position there. We're going to take a short break and intermission for all of you fans at the pay-per-view, and all our pit crews can get to work on their cars as we prepare for our 3 main events of the Wissota Midwest Modifieds, the Emo Street Stocks, and the Wissota Modifieds. Thank you once again for joining us at the Emo Speedway presented by Borderland Racing Association. Thank you to our sponsors for tonight's races, including the Rainbow Motel, Chaschuck Enterprises, Harold McQuaker Enterprises, Green's Barbecue Bar, Strand Trucking, and Kuwaitan Truck Service, and many others for their help and support of stock car racing in Northwestern Ontario. So our lineups are set for our feature from the 4 heat races in the B main. And what a finish in that B main with the Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Some interesting times here. Looks like we have some 16-second, 17-second laps. Very different racetrack from one end to the other end. Nothing like a bit of a challenge for those drivers out there. I've had some drivers say they like it when one end is different than the other end, because you might be good in 1 and 2 and not good in 3 and 4, or vice versa. So always provide some great racing out there. So grab a beverage if you're at home. I'm sure you're probably sitting right beside the refrigerator. And we'll be back shortly. We'll have a few more announcements to make, but we're going to take a short break and put on some great music, and we'll be back with you shortly. Thank you so much, everybody.
#1 songs of 1980. Now, here's Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. It was #1 for 4 weeks, their only #1 hit, and it came about when producer Bob Erzin decided to add a chorus of kids to an otherwise very short song. 23 kids from a school near the studio were overdubbed several times to sound like a chorus. Repeat the first verse, and poof, you have a hit single. Here's another.
Totally.
me. You know, every once in a while, an MTV music video would just stick in your mind for years. And this is one that does it for me anyway. John Cougar Mellencamp, when he would throw Good. All right, that's John Cougar Mellencamp. Let's take our 80s quiz. 80s quiz. We're going to 1987 for our topic of events. It was just hours before the show, the Miss USA pageant, that officials agreed to wrap contestants in fake furs just to appease this animal-friendly host. Who was it that hosted the 1987 Miss USA pageant? We'll give you the answer in just a few minutes.
Totally awesome 80s with Kent Jones.
Totally Awesome 80s with Kent Jones, brought to you by Cupola Sound Center, will continue on 93.1 The Border.
Feel confident behind the wheel of your 2020 Ford Edge. Built to help you navigate the road ahead with available intelligent all-wheel drive and standard Ford Copilot 360, an advanced suite of driver assist technology including lane keeping system and pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. Visit Sunset Country Ford and get 0% purchase financing for up to 72 months on all new 2020 Edge models. Get your Edge today at Sunset Country Ford. Built for the road ahead. This is Ford Country.
Borderland weather.
For 93.1 The Border's Business Directory, a direct link to local companies like Window and Door Store and Fort Francis Nursery School. To learn more about the services and products they provide, click their link in the Business Directory. To have your business included, contact us at 931theborder.ca.
Fort Francis weather tonight will have a few clouds and cooling down to 15. Tomorrow, again, it'll be mainly sunny and getting up to 27. On Monday, we'll have a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 27. On Tuesday, it'll be rain off and on throughout the day with a high of 23. For Wednesday, we'll have a mix of sun and cloud. We might get some more showers with a high of 26.
Back to the 80s we go with Kent Jones, brought to you by Cupola Sound Center on 93.1 The Border.
Totally awesome 80s.
You totally awesome 80s. Back to our 80s quiz now. 1987. It was just hours before the show that the Miss USA pageant officials agreed to wrap contestants in fake furs to appease this animal-friendly number one hits of 1980, a song from European disco producer Giorgio Moroder.
A decade of great
fans and those on the cooldown.tv pay-per-view. We got our lineup for the Emo Street Stocks. They're going to be starting out our features for this evening's races. And we have a total of 9 cars that are going to be starting this feature race, with Owen Anderson in the number 56. He's going to be starting the pole position. Now, all the drivers redrew those that would have transferred into those spots. So for 2 heats, we would have had the top 4 from each. So 8 cars ended up redrawing from 1st to 8th place, with the bottom 2 starting at the back. And the 28 we don't have, so Greg Smith's going to be starting at the back. But it's Owen Anderson, Jesse Thompson on the front row. And the second row inside is the number 2T of Derek Pollock. On the outside, the number 96 of Darren Wolframe. 54X in the third row inside, we got Sierra Happy. On the outside, third row is the 64 Gary Felius, who was the Wissota Pure Stock winner at Lake of the Woods Speedway yesterday. Tyler Wilson's going to start in the 4th row in the 55. And Andrew Pilo at the 8th position, and at the back we got Greg Smith out of Kenora, Ontario. So in case you're wondering, that we have Emo Street Stocks and we have Wissota Pure Stocks that ran yesterday in Kenora. Some of the differences with the car in there is that in a Emo Street Stock, they generally are basically a Wissota type of street stock. And a Pure Stock runs a different carburetor, they run a different transmission, they run a different rear end. Compared to the street stock, and there's a few little engine deals that are different as well in that street stock. So a little bit more power, a little bit of advantage there in that street stock versus the pure stock. And you might have noticed that a little bit in the heat races, where those pure stocks just seemed a little bit, not much, but a little bit under powered compared to the street stock equivalent. So they're very close cars, but the pure stocks do have a little bit of a disadvantage out there. But track's dried out a fair amount, so we're going to see here. So these 9 cars are going to take one more lap around. Owen Anderson, Jesse Thompson on the front row. Your heat winner of the 55 is starting near the back. And the number 96 is starting second row outside. So we'll see what those heat winners look like. As we had a tow truck come onto the field, we're going to get the one to go for green as we're just waiting for another tow truck that just pulled into the infield. These cars are ready to go on it for 20 laps. Green flags are waving. Emo Street Stock Racing. Jesse Thompson, your leader, into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Wolfram into second spot in the 96. Onto the inside of Thompson. He's going to slide up and have to slow down. Felius moving into third. Thompson and Wolfram side by side in turn number 3 and 4. Wolfram pushes up, he clips the 3X, but the 3X is going to get the shot out of the corner, and he's going to lead this lap. It's 96 to the inside, side by side again for the lead. Here comes Tyler Wilson. He's going to make this a battle pretty quick as he moves into the 4th position, still side by side for the lead. Wolfram and Thompson. Felius in 3rd. Tyler Wilson into 4th. Side by side still, the 96 with the advantage here into 3 and 4. Felius pushing up, and Wolfram is going to take sole position of first place. Wolfram, Jesse Thompson, Gary Felius. Wilson's going to try him on the outside going into turn number 1. Thompson swapped to the inside. He's going to gain some ground to the inside. Not enough to be able to... Oh, sideways the 54X out of turn number 2. It's going to keep it going, though, so this race is going to keep on going. We got a battle now with the 64, the 2T, and the 55. Battle for the lead as well. Oh, the 96 got a little sideways. Thompson's back into the lead. Thompson riding smooth. They're going to have to deal with some lap traffic here pretty soon. Oh, the 55 and the 64 get together. 55's off the pace. Jesse Thompson pulling away, about 3 car lengths ahead. They're most certainly going to have to deal with some lap traffic if we stay green. I don't believe that Thompson has a win yet. He's come close several times. If he does, I might have missed something, but what a run there. But lap traffic is going to play into this in just a few more corners. As the 54 and the 2 are battling side by side at the back. But it's Thompson. A little bit of smoke coming out of the back of Thompson. Wolfram wants to get back up there. Felius is holding relatively good there in the 3rd position. Pollock 4th and Tyler Wilson in the 5th spot. 54 and the 2 have kind of broke off their battle side by side. Might make it easier for the leader. The 3 car is going to catch up real quick to the 2C of Greg Smith. They're single file now for the top 3. Top 3 single file, but the 96 is going to try underneath. Not enough. Thompson's going to have to be careful here. He needs the speed to stay ahead of the 96, but he also doesn't want to run into the... Oh, we got a problem. Problem for Jesse Thompson, the number 3. He's sideways. He's still going. He's got something wrong with that car. Looks like a flat maybe on the right front. Might be a flat tire for the number 3. Let's take a look here. What a run for the number 3. Maybe he had a bit of a... Yeah, he's got a right front flat. Might have burned the right front right off. Who knows? He's going to go give that a change. I'm sure he will. Someone's going to tell him that he's got a flat here. Hopefully he can get off before that rim gets too bad. And that's going to hand Darren Wolframe the lead, with Gary Felius in second, Derek Pollock in third, and the high flying of Tyler Wilson, number 55, in fourth. Just as they're catching up to some lap traffic, a flat tire on the front right. Jesse Thompson's going to go in the change area, and they're going to lift that car up and give a tire change for the number 3X. So we're going to get a couple laps here of caution as we line them back up. And the number 3 gets a changed tire on the front right. Derek Pollock looking really good in that car compared to his heat race. He was having a hard time. Yesterday also had a flat tire, changed it, moved from 10th back to 5th yesterday night. So probably pretty happy with himself where he's at right now, with a shot in the top 3. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Rainbow Motel. We sell sleep. Check them out at Fort Francis at the Rainbow Motel at yahoo.ca. You can call 888-377-4446. I'm trying to read the number on the sign up front. Taschuk Enterprises, thanking them for their support. Harold McQuaker Enterprises, as well as Green's Barbecue Bar in Nestor Falls, Strand Trucking, and Keewatin Truck Service. We're going to line these back up. Jesse Thompson's back out on the track, and he's got his work cut out for him as we're going to restart single file with the number 96 of Darren Wolframe. And green flag. Gary Felius in second. He's going to dive to the inside of the 96. Gary Felius side by side for the lead. Gary Felius, your winner from yesterday, driving it hard into 1 and 2. Here comes Wilson. Oh, at 96 moved down. That's going to give 64 an advantage. You have a new leader in the 64, Gary Felius. Here comes the 55 of Tyler Wilson into third. Felius, Wolframe, and Tyler Wilson, your top 3. The rest of the field starting to spread out. Jesse Thompson struggling near the back. The 96 is caught back up to the 64. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Oh, the 96 into the rear quarter panel of the 64. What a race. This is going to be a heck of a finish. Last lap. Who's it going to be? Side by side, 64 or 96? It's going to be the 96. Your feature winner in the Emo Street Stocks, Gary Felius in second. The 55 of Tyler Wilson in third, and Derek Pollock fourth. What a race. Jesse Thompson not having a fun time after leading that race early on. Unfortunate deal with that flat tire, but what a heck of a finish in the street stocks for the number 96 of Darren Wolframe. Wow, that was some good street stock racing. I lost track of all the laps. It was going so well. That was a fun finish. Next up will be our Wissota Midwest Modified feature event. 18 cars to start this race. But a big congratulations to the number 96 of Darren Wolframe. What a finish. Side-by-side battle there with the number 64 of Gary Felius. He was trying to do a back-to-back win and was unable to make it stick. What a finish in the street stocks, and I'm pretty sure that this next race is going to be as exciting, if not more, as we get 18 cars on this track for the first time in 2020. And we're going to go through the lineup here momentarily. Couple quick photos to the winner of the Emo Street Stocks. And I just realized there's a lot of 3s and 4s in this lineup in 88s. We got 3 88s, 2 3s, 2 14s, 2 10s, and we're going to move on to Wissota Midwest Modified's feature. On the inside front row, we have the number 3D of David Simpson. On the outside, we have the number 33 of Cole Chernosky. On the second row inside is the number 16 of Brendan Lashinsky. And on the outside second row is the number 88 of Tanner Williamson. Third row inside, we have the number 621 of Colin Chasachuk. And on the outside is the number 4B of Brandon Rehill. Fourth row inside, we have the number 3 of Jason Somack. On the outside, fourth row is the number 08 of Frank Veert. The fifth row inside, starting in the 9th position, is the number 44 of Austin Hunter. And on the outside is the number 88V of Paul Veert. In the 6th row, in the 11th position, is the number 10T of Tom Morso. And on the outside of Tom is the number 59X, I think 60 that's on the side of the car, of James Lambert. In the 7th row, 13th position, is the number 10D of Patrick Davis. And on the outside, 14th position, is the number 17 of Christopher Leake. And the 8th row inside, starting 15th, is the number 8 of Tom Coulter. And the outside is the number 99 of Jeff Davis. And on the back row, your 2 B-main qualifiers, the number 14C of Cody Osachuk, and a heck of a finish for the number 14 Edward Bell, starting in the 18th position. So 18 cars, 20 laps. This is going to be a race and a half with this many cars out there. And it's a pretty stout field overall. And then after this is going to be the Wissota Modifieds. First Midwest Modified feature at the Emo Speedway. And David Simpson, who had a transmission problem yesterday starting on the pole, he looked really good in that heat race. We'll see what he has to offer. Cole Chernosky started near the front yesterday and kind of fell back, I think, into the 5th position. We'll see if he's made some adjustments to help with that car. Flagman's looking him over. Looks like this lineup is going to be stout. And 2 by 2, we're going to go green flag for 20 laps. Here we go. David Simpson is your leader early on, side by side for second and third. Here comes Lashinsky. So Lashinsky moves into second spot. Chasichuk into third. He's challenging for the second position. And Simpson's pulling out in front, side by side for second spot. Midfield, we got a battle with the 3 and the 44 of Austin Hunter and Jason Somack. Chasichuk moves into second. Throw a blanket over third, fourth, fifth. And a heck of a race here. We have side by side Lashinsky, the 621, Tanner Williamson in that fight. Side by side for second still. Oh no, sideways goes the 16. Austin Hunter gets collected. A few other cars involved. Lashinsky on the high side, all the way down the racetrack. 3 cars involved. Looks like Jason Somack involved. He might have the least amount of damage. The 44 of Austin Hunter, not too sure. He is rolling on the racetrack. And the 16, I don't know. It looks like a little bit of bumper damage maybe to the number 3, but he's going to be able to continue. A little bit of bumper damage on the 44. I don't think he, looks like maybe the right front is a little bit out cambered. If he hit the bumper straight on, he might be okay. He's going to move back into position and see what the car might be like. Shinsky had a bit of a tough time on the outside yesterday as well, causing a caution. But doesn't look too bad. He's going to go to the back of the field for this. What a race early on, though. A lot of swapping of positions near the front. Looks like no harm, no foul on most of these guys. Just a bit of a damage, bumper damage on them. And we're just going to get them lined up here. I hope you're enjoying from the comfort of your own home on the CoolDown.tv pay-per-view. Now, if you have friends who missed out on this pay-per-view, they can check out on demand of this entire live show later on. For only $10 for 30 days, $10 US for 30 days for the on-demand. We're going to get ready to go green here for Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Williamson's now moved into the third position. We got a battle for the lead with Chasichuk and David Simpson. Battle for Tanner Williamson and Cole Chernowski. Side by side, Hunter Somack, Tom Morso involved as well in that battle for 5th and 6th. Side by side for third place with the 33 and the 88. But it's still Simpson in the lead. Here comes Williamson on the inside in third. Hunter and Somack battling it out. What a battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. With the number 88, 33, the 3, the 44, and the 10. Leader's going to come up to a lap car that's on the high side of the track. He's going to pull back onto the track. With the leaders right there, he's going to hang to the outside. Chasichuk cutting low. What a battle there for 4th, 5th, and 6th with the lap car. Single file a little bit starting to stretch out the field. As the number 8's able to get back to the field. It's still Simpson. We got a spinner in turn number 2. Spin in turn number 2. I don't know if they've seen it. We're seeing it now. Yellow is going to come out. And it's a yellow flag once again with Edward Bell. What a race in the front there with David Simpson and Chasachuk cutting her way to the bottom there. Trying to gain some sort of traction. Tanner Williamson moving into the third position, but Edward Bell spinning out of turn number 2, looked like by himself. We're going to restart him once again. Got several laps in on that one. Not too sure if we're about halfway or approaching halfway. But there's some challengers on that 3D of David Simpson, who had a really tough night yesterday with transmission problems. But looky, here he is out in front. Started on the front and holding him off. Look at Somak there. Somak in the 5th position, having a good run there, battling with the 10T, the 33, and the 44 of Austin Hunter. Good battle in the top 5. All right, Flagman's giving him the 1 to go sign. For David Simpson, here we go, green flag. Wow, what a racer. I don't even know what to announce. So much going on. Hunter cuts right to the bottom, slams into the side of the 3. Wyszynski's pulled into the infield. It's all Simpson still. We're going to come up to the number 8 to lap again here. Oh, we got a wreck. We got an incident at the bottom of the track. Everyone slowed up and stopped up. The yellow flag is out. Everyone slowed right down. A pile of cars. Not too sure what happened. And it looks like we have a flat tire on the left rear of the 4B. The 4B of Brandon Reel with a flat tire. That must have what caused the pileup. And the 4B is going to pull off into the changing area. Hopefully get a new tire on that left rear of the number 4. David Simpson holding off an army behind him. Chasachuk getting lower and lower into turn 1 and 2. Tanner Williamson trying to find some grip out there, and Austin Hunter and Jason Somak battling it out here after an early incident with Wyszynski involved. A little bit of a damage on the front bumper of the 3, but that car is still going. What a race in the top 6 here. And it looks like we have our lineup mostly set. We're just waiting to see if Rehill is coming back out. He might be done for the night. 1 to go signal for this feature race. David Simpson, your leader still. Tanner Williamson in the 621. Colin Chasachuk. Hunter and Somac. We're going to go green one more time for your Wissota Midwest Modifieds feature at the Emo Speedway. A battle here for Tanner Williamson trying to drive the high line. We got a push near the back by the 10D. And Chernosky trying to get to the inside of the number 3 of Jason Somac. The yellow is out. We got another caution. Spinner in the number 99 in turn number 2. Another caution. This might signal a single file restart. We're going to find out here. It looks like Edward Bell's back panel, or a panel of some sort, is hanging off the car again. And we're going to line them up once again. Thanks so much for joining us on the pay-per-view. And thank you to Borderland Racing Association for hosting this event. And thank you to all the drivers and the volunteers for helping to make tonight happen, to get some racing in Canada. We have 14 of 18 cars left. We're going to do a single file restart this time. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Cool Down Racing Video Productions. Or check us out on our YouTube channel. All sorts of free content at youtube.com/cooldown and the number 12. Just search Cool Down Racing Video Productions on YouTube and check out our YouTube videos. All sorts of racing from as far back as 1986. We're going to go green flag. This time around, single file for David Simpson. Still Simpson in the lead. Chasachuk in second. Hunter's now moved into third with Paul Veer right behind. Paul Veer did this yesterday. Was in fourth position with about 7 laps to go. Found some groove on the outside and won the race on the last lap. We'll see if he does the same thing again tonight. Spinner in turn number 4 for the number 10D of Patrick Davis. Thank you, Rainbow Motel, for your sponsorship of tonight's races. And thank Harold McQuaker Enterprises, Chasachuk Enterprises, and so many others, Keewatin Truck Service, for their support of stock car racing tonight. All right, the flagman's jumped out of the flag stand. He's going to point out somebody here. Number 14's top panel is flipped up. Gonna pop that back. Don't want that flying off the car. David Simpson still running out up front. Chasituck trying everything to make a move. On that number 3D, what a change of events for the 3D from yesterday to today. Mechanical problems yesterday. Starting on the pole tonight and is making it work this entire race. We're going to do another single file restart for the 3D, the 621, the 44, the 88. Yesterday's winner, the 88W, finished 5th yesterday. Jason Somack in the 3. Cole Chernosky, Tom Orso, Cody Oschuk, Christopher Leak, Frank Veert, Edward Bell, Jeff Davis, Patrick Davis, and Tom Coulter. We're going to go green flag this time round. Here we go. Hunter to the inside of Chasituck. He's going to make a move coming into turn 1. He's going to crowd him. He's going to push Chasituck up the track. Hunter moves into second spot. Hunter's going for the lead now. Here he goes in second. He's been in this position before. He was in it yesterday night at Lake of the Woods Speedway. He's in it again. Is there going to be a different change of situation? Chasituck gets it back. Now Veert's going to get inside of 41. 44. 44's got an issue. There's a flat on the 44. The 44 is over the top of the racetrack. Is he going to keep it going? Let's find out. There, he's still rolling. Yellow is out anyway. And we got a problem with the number 44, Austin Hunter. Bad luck again for the number 44 of Austin Hunter. If you watched the pay-per-view yesterday, you would have seen the 3-wide finish with Austin Hunter, Brandon Rehill, and the number 88 of Paul Veert. And wow, bad luck again for Austin Hunter. And it looks like Austin Hunter is going to roll into the pit here. And it looks like we only have a few laps left in this one. Simpson not knowing all the pandemonium in the back behind his rear bumper. So there are some drivers really coming on there. An unfortunate deal for some of those drivers. We're going to go green this time. Single file once again. Look at Paul Veert. He's in a familiar position with just a few to go. Green flag for David Simpson. David Simpson, Colin Chasituck, Paul Veert. Paul Veert's probably going to try to make a move here soon. Simpson with a couple car length lead. Here comes Veert on the inside for second. Battle for fourth and fifth as well with Chernosky and Williamson. Simpson's coming up to a lap car. The 8 probably doesn't know he's there. He's going to make it through, though. Top 3 have separated quite a bit. 4th place is Tanner Williamson. Two laps to go. 2 laps to go for David Simpson. We got a hood flap issue on the 3 of Jason Somack. Probably having a hard time seeing there. 1 lap to go for David Simpson. 1 lap to go. Here he comes, your feature winner in the number 3Ds. Going to be David Simpson, 2nd to Paul Vitt, 3rd to Colin Chasachuk, 4th to Tanner Williamson, Chernosky, Morso, Somack, and Osachuk and Leak. Rounding out your top 10. What a finish for David Simpson, your Wissota Midwest Modified feature winner at the Emo Speedway. There's your winner in the Wissota Midwest Modifieds, David Simpson. Nice change from yesterday having transmission problems to a feature winner tonight at the Emo Speedway. I'm sure he'd say the car was really on tonight. A lot of position swapping in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Some great battling there. But at the point, it was all David Simpson tonight. Won his heat race and the feature for a clean sweep. All right, here we go. The Wissota Modifieds, our last feature of the night. And here's your starting lineup. On the front row, we have the number 1R of Rick Delane. Outside front row is the number 12 of Tony Casey. Your heat winner, I believe it was heat number 1, is the number 50 of Brady Call. On the outside of him, the car he passed to win the heat, the number 99 of Brody Strand. Third row inside, the number 4 JR of Cameron Brown. Outside in the 6th position is the number 16 of Gavin Paul. Fourth row inside in the 7th position is the number 48 of Jerome Guillot. Kyle Gavel's going to be starting on the outside in the 8th position in the 22P. And the number 12P of Brandon Pelpitz will be starting in the 5th row inside. The outside, the number 14F of Blake Ferris, who started on the pole in the heat race but fell to the back, spun out, unfortunately wasn't able to do very well in that heat race. And at the back, the rookie of 15R of Race Westover in your Wissota Modified lineup, our last feature event of tonight. And thank you once again, everybody at the CoolDown.tv pay-per-view for enjoying this wonderful night, beautiful night here at the Emo Speedway. We really wish you could have been here live in person But the next best thing is a wonderful pay-per-view in the comfort of your own home. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves. Sit back and relax as we get into our final feature at the Emo Speedway, presented by Borderland Racing Association in Emo, Ontario, Canada. The green flag is going to come out pretty soon here. Flagman's looked him over, and Tony Casey is going to lead him off into turn number 4. Looks like we're missing Rick Delane. Wasn't able to make it out here. Brady Hall's your early leader. Tony Casey in second. Here comes Jerome Guillot into 4th place. Brady Hall with about a 7-car length lead over Tony Casey. Brody Strand, Jerome Guillot now into 3rd spot. Side by side for 2nd place. Guillot's moved into 2nd now. He's got lots of time to catch up to the leader. Gavin Paul's falling back just a little bit, fighting with Kyle Gavel. Brady Hall is moving out there. It's the Brady Hall show. Jerome Guillot in 2nd. Brody Strand 3rd. Tony Casey, who started on the pole, in 4th. Now there's a bit of a gap between 2nd and 3rd. We'll see what Guillot has to offer. The way the track is really rubbered up here, some of these cars could be burning that right rear off. Brady Hall, Jerome Guillot, Brody Strand, your top 3. Everyone else mainly single file and quite a bit of gap between each car. I think Guillot might be gaining a little bit of space here. Shortening that gap lap after lap. But still, quite a ways for him to gain. A little bit of a battle there with the 12 and the 22. Of Kyle Gavel and Tony Casey. That gap is narrowing up more and more. Not a ton noticeably, but it's starting to happen here. Guillot can really make this work if he just happens to have enough laps left. Even Brody Strand's gaining. Guillot must have a feeling by now that he is gaining on the leader. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough time for him to get up there and make a pass? He better start doing it quick. These laps are counting down. The gap is now just a few car lengths between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The 50 got a little bit sideways there, sliding up the track. Good run by the 50 there. The 99 is going to start challenging for the 48. This battle is something that Paul would be really looking forward to. 48 starting to burn up that right rear. We got a battle for 2nd now. Battle for 2nd and 3rd. The 48 and the 99. Inside is the 99. He's going to try to get a run. Can't do it. Can't maintain enough speed on the inside. Call isn't walking away with it anymore, but he is holding enough of a lead. His lap traffic going to play into this. The last place car, here's the number 15, and Call is gaining up to it pretty quick. But he might have enough time to get this race over before he has to deal with it. Brady Call. 1 lap to go for Brady Call. Just has to be careful where he's going here. Oh, the 15's going to cut off the 50 just a little bit. Is this going to create a chance? Is this an opportunity for the 48? No, the 50's going to do it. Brady Call, your feature winner. Jerome Guillot in second. The 99, Brody Strand in third. 12 of Tony Casey in fourth. Kyle Goodell in their top 5. Blake Ferris, Brandon Pelpitz, Cameron Brown, and Race Westover. And rounding out your top 10. Great feature race for Brady Call in the number 50. Your feature winner in the Wissota Modifieds. Great finish to top off tonight's stock car races at the Emo Speedway. Your Wissota Modified feature winner, the number 50 of Brady Call. Thank you once again to all the sponsors of tonight's races, including the Rainbow Motel, McQuaker Enterprises, Chassachuk Enterprises, Keewatin Truck Service, and Green's Barbecue Bar and Strand Trucking. Congratulations to the winner in all 3 of our classes. And thank you so much to the volunteers for putting on a great show. And thank you, our fans, the Cooldown.tv pay-per-view. And if your friends missed out on this pay-per-view, they can check out Cooldown.tv and go to the on-demand option. In just a few hours, you'll be able to watch that on demand, creating an account and paying for the on-demand subscription. That wraps up a 2-day weekend at the Cooldown.tv pay-per-view. We'll keep you posted on what we're planning to do in the near future. So please stay tuned. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/cooldownproductions. And check out our free content at youtube.com/cooldown12. And stay tuned for some highlights from tonight's races over the coming days. So tuning out. Thank you so much, and we wish you a great remainder of the weekend, and we hope to see you soon at Cooldown.tv.
Love Like This before. That's a 1980 hit. We take a look at our number one hits from 1980. Here's an artist who had been bullied as a kid. He was taking classic piano lessons from a Juilliard-trained musician named Frances Neiman. Well, she also taught ballet at her home, and some kids thought that he was learning to dance. He took up boxing in order to defend himself and even won 22 bouts on the amateur Golden Glove circuit. But music was his forte, and Billy Joel put 7 years of hits on the charts. Then he finally got his